everyone, and welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. So today I'm going to teach you how to make baked orzo in a light tomato sauce. It's a really nice side dish to make that goes with meat. This is really similar to like the Uvetzi recipe that I've taught you how to make, only there's absolutely no meat in it, so it's perfect as a side. So I've already started cooking my onions because they take about 10 to 15 minutes to soften up. Let me show you what else we're going to need. We're going to need some chopped garlic, salt, red pepper, black pepper, and dried oregano, some shredded Parmesan cheese, chopped parsley, 1 pound of orzo, I already said black pepper, 4 cups of either water or chicken stock. I'm using water because I don't have any chicken stock on me today, and a 28-ounce can of tomatoes that I've crushed. I couldn't find the already crushed ones, so I just pureed them in my blender. They were diced tomatoes, if I'm correct. Okay, so my onions are nice and golden and soft, so I'm going to add my garlic. And onions cook much faster than garlic, so you always want to cook them separate. You want to cook the onion first and then add the garlic. Otherwise, you run the risk of burning garlic, and once garlic is burnt, it tastes horrible, it tastes bitter, and you're going to have to start all over unless you want bitterness and burnt tasting garlic in your food. And I don't think you want that. So we're going to cook the garlic for about 3 to 4 minutes until it's nice and soft. That should be really quick. I'll move all of these things out of my baking dish. So you need like a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. What you could also do, I like to bake it in this because it gets a lot of surface area to cook in the oven, but you can definitely cook this in a pot if you have those really nice cast iron enamel pots that I always love, and I rave about. Definitely cook it in there. I'm just going to cook it in my 9 by 13 inch baking dish today because that's traditionally how it's cooked. So I'm just going to put my pasta in here until my sauce is ready. And this orzo pasta is pretty easy to find now. If you can't find it, you could definitely substitute elbow macaroni or any small pasta that you can find. But if you look, usually you could find it in like the European specialty food section in your supermarket. It's usually there. You could also find it in the pasta section most of the time. Okay. My garlic is almost done cooking. Okay, so the garlic is nice and golden, and the onions are also nice and soft and perfectly cooked. I'm just going to add my pureed tomatoes. Let them cook. I'll add my spices and my salt. And you know what? I'm just going to pour my water in here so I could get whatever tomatoes left in this blender out. Definitely don't want to waste any of that. I'll add some black pepper. And now I'm just going to let this cook for about 5 minutes until it's nice and it's just going to reduce a little bit. Then I'm just going to add my water, bring it to a boil, and pour it over my pasta and pop it in the oven. My oven is preheating at 375 degrees, so make sure you do that before you start because all of this goes really, really fast. As you can see, this sauce is super, super quick. And I use this sauce. This is a really good sauce to make whether you're using pasta or not. If you made my baked beans recipe, use a similar sauce. The only difference is I haven't really added any sugar to this. It doesn't need any sugar when you're cooking with pasta. This sauce is a really, really good sauce to add to anything. Meat, pasta, beans, you name it. It's a really nice sauce to know how to make. So I'm just going to cook this for about 5 minutes, and then I'll add my water and bring it to a boil, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so the sauce has come to a boil, and I'm going to add it to my uncooked orzo pasta that I have in my 9 by 13 inch baking dish. Underneath my baking dish, I put a half-sheet baking pan just to make it easy to take in and out of the oven. Okay, so I'm just going to pour the sauce. Let me mix it, stir it all around. Okay, I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil. And like I said, my oven is preheated to 375 degrees. I'm going to let this cook covered. I'm going to let it bake covered for 25 minutes. And then I'm going to uncover it, raise my oven temperature to 400 degrees, and let it cook uncovered for another about 15 minutes or so. Okay, so my orzo came out of the oven. What I did, which I didn't mention, so when I baked it at 375 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, it was like 20 minutes, then I uncovered it and I saw that it had kind of absorbed most of the sauce, so I added another cup of boiling hot water that I had boiled. I just put it on the stove really quickly, and once it came to boil, I added it, and I let it cook at 400 for 15 minutes. So what you do now is take your cup of ice and just kind of put it in there so it slows down the cooking time and creates a little more of a sauce also, and it will prevent your orzo from kind of like gelatinizing and becoming like one big glob of pasta, which you don't want. Some of it even got that nice crusty like crispiness on the side. Okay, then we're going to add our chopped parsley for some really nice freshness. Mix it all up a little more. This is super, super good with almost anything. You could serve this on the side of fish, grilled chicken, shrimp, meatballs, whatever you make. It tastes super, super good. And then you take your grated Parmesan and you just sprinkle it all over the top, and it's going to melt and be nice and cheesy and very delicious. You know where to go to get this recipe and many, many more. www.dimitrasdishes.com. I'm going to take a little bit out and have me some lunch right now, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.